What's up, guys? Welcome back to Finance to Fly. My name is Luke and I'm here to help you elevate your travel while minimizing your spending. Today we got a new card to review, somewhat new. It came out last July in 2025 and I wanted to cover it because it kind of sparked my attention when I saw it just based on the credits. It is the Caesars Rewards Prestige card. Like I mentioned before, this card is brand new as of July this year and it's got some interesting rewards. It's got some interesting credits that you get with the card, and that's kind of why I wanted to review it. Could fit pretty nicely into your travel plans depending on where you plan on going in the next couple years. That being said, the annual fee is $149 and the sign-up bonus is 20,000 rewards credits and 2,500 tier credits after $1,000 spent in the first 90 days, and that $1,000 spent cannot be on a Caesars Rewards property. Earnings rates for the card are pretty simple: 7 points per dollar spent on all Caesars Rewards locations, 2 points per dollar spent on dining, travel, and entertainment, and then 1 point per dollar spent everywhere else. Following in a lot of other premium cards' footsteps, this card actually has a decent amount of credits and they're actually pretty good. It's not just like your normal casino card, it's actually decent. You're gonna get $50 in slot play annually. You're gonna get a $100 dining credit annually, which you do have to spend in one transaction. You only get it for one transaction, so if you only spend $50 at that location, you're only getting $50 that year. Then you're gonna get a one comped anniversary night hotel room worth up to $300, and this is earned after the first card's anniversary, but still, that's $300 worth of hotel rooms. And then a lot of the rest of the rewards are based on how much spend, and so you earn 2,500 tier credits after $5,000 and $10,000 spent, and then you'll earn 15,000 tier credits after $50,000 spent, and this is all a calendar year based system. Another perk of the card is you get upgraded to platinum status after hitting one purchase in the first 90 days of approval. No foreign transaction fees, no fees on cash advances, must be 21 to apply, which is different than other cards, and then all your rewards credits expire if you do not make one purchase within 6 months or 1 point of activity. So that was a lot for a casino card, and it sounds like it does have a lot to offer, and it does. Breaking down the credits, we're gonna put that $149 annual fee in the top right corner and start off with that $50 slot play credit. This will come after your first 2 billing cycles, so you should be able to get this within the first 75 days. I'd say pretty easy to use. Just go up to the rewards counter, claim your $50 in free slot play, go play it. Worst case scenario, you lose all of it. Best case scenario, what if you hit a jackpot off this? I mean, that would be a great way to use this card. I mean, chances are you're probably not going to hit a jackpot, but worst case scenario, you use it and you lose it within 5 minutes. Best case scenario, you walk away with a couple extra bucks that you can put towards that annual fee. Next up is the $100 dining credit. This is limited to certain Caesars locations, but it is a $100 dining credit you'll earn after 2 billing cycles, like the slot play. This one, again, is pretty easy to use as long as you plan on going to a Caesars location. Go to one of the restaurants, spend $100 or more, and guess what? You got $100 credit towards your meal. Pretty easy to use. $100 in value there. Lastly, you have the anniversary free night, and this can be worth up to $300. It just depends on what the blackout dates are and all the other exclusions. I'm sure this only counts towards weekday nights and certain weekend nights, so I wouldn't be too surprised if you can't use it all the time. That being said, this is like a $300 credit, so if a room rate costs $500, you'll have to still pay $200. You'll just get the $300 credit. Overall, this is interesting, again, because this is a use it or lose it. You don't get to use it over multiple nights. It's one night only. Then again, it is $300, and I would say it's worth the full $300. So overall, on this $149 annual fee, if you do use all those credits, you're going to get about $450 in value. You can get obviously a lot more if you hit a bonus in that jackpot, but that's kind of up to whatever luck you have that day. But in order to get all this value, you do need to stay at a Caesars property hotel at least once a year. And skipping past redemptions, we're gonna go on to my thoughts and who I think this card is for, and to kind of explain my breakdown I just talked about right there. So originally when I was coming up with this video, I thought about this card a few different ways. First, I thought it was gonna be a great card for those that love Vegas, and then I was like, you know, the earnings rates aren't that well. And so I kind of went back and forth between that, and I want to talk specifically about the credits and holding this card as a sock drawer card. This card is kind of a mini vacation packed into one. If you live somewhat close to Vegas, or you plan on going to Vegas once a year. This is kind of a day packed into a card. You get $50 in free play, you get a $100 dining credit for a dinner or lunch, and then you get the $300 room rate. If you lived in LA and said, hey, I want to take a day trip out to Vegas, you fly out there, you take a $50 Frontier flight, get in, you use your $50 free play, you use your $100 dining credit that night, you use the $300 hotel credit, then you come back the next day. It's like a mini vacation in this car. Problem is, you're probably going to have blackout dates with that hotel free night, and then you also have to use it at Caesars Rewards. You might not be a Caesars Rewards type of guy. You might be an MGM Life guy. You might be a Wynn, Mountain Blue, Genting Rewards with Resorts World. All those things come into play, but this does kind of push you towards Caesars, because if you do have this card, why not stay at Caesars? You get the free stuff. Those credits are great, and that does make it a great sock drawer card. And I was trying to think of other ways to think of this card, of how you could use it and earn points and get status with them. But the main majority reason of you getting this card should be for that sock drawer, and maybe spending at Caesars properties whenever you go, just so that you get that 7 points per dollar spent multiplier on the card. It's kind of like a mini vacation to Vegas packed into a card. It just lowers the cost of your Vegas trip by a little bit. And I just mentioned earnings rates, and that was where I was going with the second type of way, second reason to hold this card. And I was trying to figure it out of how much value you can get after getting that 15,000 tier credits, after hitting $50,000 in spend, and it's marginal. The value is marginal. The best value you would get is hitting the 7 points per dollar spent multiplier on all $50,000 of that spend, but it's unlikely that you're spending $50,000 at Caesars Rewards properties. And even if then, you're only going to get half a cent per point in value for each point, so that's only 3.5% cash back, when you can do much, much better with other credit cards, other travel credit cards. Even if you're paying a less annual fee or the same annual fee, like the Amex Green, you get 3 points per dollar on all travel, restaurants, transit, stuff like that. The other earnings rates are barely 1% cash back, and it's all in credits towards the casino. If you're a big casino guy, I still don't think you'd go for this card. I think you would go for a travel card to get you better point multipliers and stay with the rewards program. But the one thing that really just makes it interesting, if you just happen to not care where you put your spend and you put $50,000 on this card, you are going to get diamond status with them, which will get you another free night in Lake Tahoe and a couple other places, and then a 4 to 7 night free night stay in the Atlantis, Bahamas with some free play. That's pretty decent, but it's still, I don't think it's worth it to earn after putting $50,000 spent on the card. I mean, you can get a lot better benefits through other cards after putting $50,000 spent, especially if you're putting that 100% on travel. Maybe you book that through with a lower annual fee card, or maybe you book that through a higher annual fee card and you earn a higher earnings rates. Use the travel portal. I mean, if you use Chase's travel portal, you can get 8 points per dollar spent, and that's 8% cash back at least, if not 16 if you use it in the travel portal, or even more because you can transfer those points over. And that kind of is where the best value of the card lies, is if you can put $50,000 in spend on the card and not really care that it's not the best way to earn points. It's not the best cash back earning card. If you don't care about cash back and you just put $50,000 on the card, well, you're going to get a free stay in Atlantis, which is pretty good and pretty valuable. Can't really put a monetary value on that just because rates are so different depending on what time of the year it is. Maybe you can get more than 8 or 16% cash back in value through that Atlantis trip, but that's kind of depends on what your goals are. And if your goal is to go to Atlantis and you have $50,000 spent, you might want to look at this. It does have some good value. I did put that on the screen, by the way, the rates over the 3 different periods of time. It kind of just depends on when you want to go. If you go during the low season, you're going to get better value. If you go through the high season, you'll have to pay for a couple of the nights, but you're still getting 3-4 nights. Like I said before, this is a great sock drawer card, and if you don't care about spending $50,000 on a somewhat terrible point earning card, you can get some good value out of it at the end when you redeem for an Atlanta stay. But other than that, if you don't like Caesars Rewards, you like MGM or something else, or you just don't go to Vegas, you don't gamble, this card's not for you. I mean, but probably aren't going to use it if you aren't gambling, so I'd probably stick away from it just because it's not valuable to you. But either way, I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What are your thoughts on the card? What are your thoughts on casino cards going towards more of these credits and these user or loser credits like Caesars did? Let me know if you have this card or you plan on getting this card. Either way, if you could hit that like and subscribe button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, have a great day.